it doesn't get bigger than the national sprint titles. Great greyhounds from right around Australia competing for the crown of the nation's best. And they're back in Victoria, the Meadows on Saturday night, to preview what will be a huge race, the national sprint. Simone and James.
Hey, Finey.
Mark, you've got a special story about the Nationals.
Well, they're close to my heart because I actually bred a greyhound that went within a whisker of winning the race. I've only ever bred 2 litters. Beulah Boy went to South Australia and got run down by the Great Rapid Journey in a national sprint final in Perth in the shadows of the post.
Well, there's no shame in that, Mark, and James, a good representative from New South Wales this year, but the box draw's out and Xylia Allen from the red.
Indeed it is. The Victorian Xylia Allen, she's a Group 1 winner, daughter of Taranza Bale. She's a breathtaking chaser at her best, but we do have a little concern that she's developing to more of a dower stayer and that 5.25 rather, might be a little bit too short for her. We move along to the New South Wales champ, the rising star, Zulu Zeus. He's a promising type on the up. He probably should have won the Bull Eye Ranvet Gold Cup last year. He was unlucky there, and I'm led to believe he's got a very quick trial to his name last weekend.
Certainly did. He ran a 5.25, which is really pedestrian around the Meadows to the first mark, but a 29.79 all up. A terrific run, very strong indeed. Jumping from box 2, he looks very well boxed, and a 29.32 recently at Wentworth Park also. So I think he's the greyhound to watch.
That mid-race pace in that trial was just dazzling, and that might be what really puts him into a good chance at that first corner on Saturday night.
For sure. Another great chaser from Western Australia, Rumbling Rick. A 5.05 to the first mark, so he showed he has got plenty of early pace. A 30.13, which was an encouraging first look at the track, trained by Linda Britton, who's got her 8th greyhound through to a Nationals final and owned by former Test captain Ricky Ponting. So certainly a chance there from number 3, Rumbling Rick.
And the 30.13 trial's pretty quick as well, so first look at the track, there might be a bit of improvement there. Moving on to greyhound number 4, that being a Hopes Up from South Australia, representing the South Aussies. This one here, the South Australian Greyhound of the Year. Quick beginner, she might just be outpaced. Trialled fairly around the Meadows on Saturday gone. 5.21, 18.03 and 30 and 40. Look, she's going to need to improve out of sight if she's going to have any chance on Saturday night. Moving on to greyhound number 5, the squeeze draw for She's All Class, and she is all class. Promising type, beautifully bred. Dinah Lachlan, It's a She. She's won 18 from 23. Looking to make it 11 wins in a row. She's a promising chaser, but on the way up. 5.17, 18.04 and 30 and 53 trials. Probably not going to match this field here tonight.
No, but she has been a top Tasmanian chaser, aiming for her 11th straight win on Saturday night. Paul Licking from box number 6 took out the Terrelgan Cup a couple of months ago and showed that he was quite strong over that trip, but last start run down by Atomic Bale. Could find the lead early though, James.
Yeah, look, I do have the concern, Simone, if he does happen to lead and find the front, he might give Tomac Bale the run across, and therefore he's going to find it hard to win with his strength sitting behind him. Moving on to greyhound number 7, that's Tomac Bale, the Group 2 launching pad winner from this year. He's been really jumping well lately, a 5.03 first split, then a 5.07. Beautifully bred, Dinah Lachlan, Princess Bale. Princess Bale, of course, has produced the likes of Desali Bale, Barcia Bale and Baggett Bale, so some big names along that breeding line.
He has showed plenty of early pace as well, and aiming for his 8th win at the Meadows Saturday night. And the Queenslander, Innes Plain Jet, defeated Glengallen, which was a great claim to fame in itself. A good win in the state final, slow early, an awkward draw from box 8 will find it hard.
Indeed, very strong chaser, but if he was drawn inside, would have maybe given him somewhat of a chance, but he's going to find it tough here. Well, the Victorian won it last year, Finey. Fabregas, can the Vicks do it again?
3 representatives from Victoria. The red dog, Xylia Allen. Out of the 6, Paul Licking. And on its outside, we've got Tomac Bale. So every chance that the Vicks can go back to back. $100,000 first prize pool for the first 4 for the national sprint. Guaranteed. Which means I don't just want winners. I want first 4 in order, please, if that's not too much to ask.
Well, Zulu Zeus for me, absolutely. The New South Wales chaser on that solo trial run last week, drawn well. 2, 7, 1 and 6 for me. I've left Rumbling Rick out, which I'm not really happy about, but number 2, Zulu Zeus all the way.
Yep, look, I agree, Simone. I think I'm going to go 2, Zulu Zeus on top as well. I tweeted about 6 months ago that this greyhound had a very bright future, and I'm confident within saying that now. He's looking like one for the future. And from the inside draw, with that great mid-race pace he showed in that trial last week, I think he's going to be the one to beat. 2, Zulu Zeus on top for Frank Hurst, the New South Wales raider, to beat greyhound number 7, being Tomac Bale. I think he's jumping well. I think he can find a good spot outside Paul Licking and be a genuine chance. For 3rd, I'm going with number 6, Paul Licking. I think he can be first down to the rails and a genuine chance of going at least a place and hopefully filling the first 4, and then one Xylia Allen. I think she'll be probably 6 or 7 back on the fence, but I think she'll be flying home late. So I'm going 2-7-6-1 for the national sprint final.
And I'm 2-7-1-6, and Mark, I think you agree on the winner too, don't you?
No, I don't. I like the cricket analogy here. You tell me that Ricky Ponting owns Rumbling Rick. Well, the greyhound racing equivalent of runs on the board is leading early, and that trial, 5.05 to the first mark, is low flying. Rumbling Rick to get out in front, get some favours behind and hang on. I thought Tomac Bale could come across, run a good race, and then the 2 inside box dogs in Zelia Allen and Zulu Zeus, they're the class, and when they get out of the ruck, they'll be running home hard. 3, 7, 1 and 2 for mine. The National Sprint Final on Saturday night. Go to the website, thenationals.org.au. You can book a table. There's plenty of fun to be had on course. Group 1 racing at its very best. The Meadows on Saturday night. Thank you, Simone and James.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you, Finey, and make sure we find a winner, and happy punting all.